Quick question. How many subscriptions are you paying for right now? Take a guess. Just a number in your head. Most engineers I ask say somewhere between 6 and 10. The real number, when they actually check, is between 19 and 27. Almost 3 times what they estimated. But here is the more interesting question. How many of those subscriptions did you consciously decide to keep this month? Not when you signed up. Not when you used it last. This month, did you actively choose to keep paying for it? For most engineers, the answer is maybe 2 or 3. The rest are just running, quietly, in the background, every single month, like processes you forgot to kill. Now you might be thinking, okay, but these are small amounts. $7 here, $12 there. Cannot be that significant. And that is exactly what makes this so dangerous. Because I went through the actual subscription data of engineers across different salary levels, and the average monthly total was not $50. It was not even $100. The average engineer is spending between $160 and $210 per month on subscriptions alone. That is between $1,900 and $2,500 per year on services, many of which they forgot existed. But here is the question nobody is asking. It is not just about canceling things, because the engineers who did a simple cancellation audit saved money for exactly 1 month. Then the subscriptions crept back. Different names, different trials, same problem. So what actually stops it permanently? That answer is what this entire video is about. And it is not what you think. Let me tell you exactly how this happens. Because it never starts as a problem. It starts as a solution. You need a tool for a specific project. You sign up. Free trial. You use it twice. Project ends. Subscription quietly converts to paid. You never notice because it is $9 a month and your bank statement has 50 other line items competing for your attention. Then the next tool. The next trial. The next forgotten conversion. And this pattern, repeating across years of a software engineering career, is how 19 to 27 active subscriptions accumulate without a single moment where you consciously decided to build that stack. But there is a second layer to this that is even more expensive.
Subscription tiers.
You signed up for the basic plan 2 years ago. Since then, the service auto upgraded you to a higher tier. Or you upgraded yourself during a busy week because you needed one specific feature, and never downgraded when the project ended. This tier creep, happening silently across multiple services, adds another $40 to $80 per month on top of the forgotten subscriptions. And the third layer, the one that costs the most and gets talked about the least. Shared subscriptions you are paying for alone. Family plan. Team plan. A service that was supposed to be split between 4 people, but somehow you are the one whose card is on file, and the informal arrangement quietly dissolved, and now you are carrying the full cost alone. Most engineers have at least one of these. Some have 3. So when you add it all up, forgotten conversions from free trials, tier creep on existing subscriptions, solo payments on shared plans, the number stops feeling surprising. $160 to $210 per month, $1,900 to $2,500 per year, and almost none of it was a conscious decision. Now let me show you what that number actually means in real terms. Because $2,000 per year sounds significant. But engineers deal in systems, so let me show you what that money does when it works for you instead of silently leaving every month. $2,000 per year, invested into an S&P 500 index fund, at average historical returns of 10% annually. After 5 years, $13,400. After 10 years, $35,000. After 20 years, $126,000. $126,000. From subscriptions you were not even using. That is not a small number. That is a house deposit. That is a year of financial independence. That is the difference between retiring at 62 and retiring at 58. And it was leaving your account every single month, invisibly, with 0 return. Now here is the second thing the data showed that most people miss. The engineers who did a one-time subscription audit, canceled everything they did not need, and then did nothing else, saved money for an average of 6 weeks. Then new trials started. New tools got added. The stack slowly rebuilt itself. Because the problem was never the individual subscriptions. The problem is the system, or the complete absence of one, that allows subscriptions to accumulate unchecked in the first place. A one-time audit fixes the symptom. A system fixes the cause. And building a system is exactly what engineers are trained to do. Here is what the data looked like for engineers who built an actual subscription management system versus those who just did a one-time audit. One-time audit group, average annual savings in year 1, $1,100. Average annual savings in year 2, $300. The stack rebuilt itself almost completely within 18 months. System group, average annual savings in year 1, $1,800. Average annual savings in year 2, $1,600. Year 3, $1,500. The savings held because the system kept running. Same starting point, completely different outcome over time. The system is the entire answer. So here is the system. 3 steps, built to run permanently, not just once. The first step is the full stack audit, done once, done properly. Not a quick scroll through your bank statement. A complete infrastructure audit, the same way you would audit a production system you inherited from another team. Here is exactly how to do it. Open your bank statement, last 3 months, every single month. Not just 1. 3 months, because some subscriptions are quarterly and will not appear in a single month view. Export it if you can. Put it in a spreadsheet. Filter by recurring amounts. Then go to your email. Search the word receipt. Search unsubscribe. Search subscription. Search trial. Every service that sends you a receipt is charging you something. Make a complete list. Every single item. Name, amount, last time you actually used it, and whether you consciously chose to keep it this month. That last column, consciously chose, is the most important one. Anything in that column marked no, cancel it today. Not tomorrow. Today. For most engineers, this single audit recovers between $80 and $150 per month immediately. Then take that recovered amount and automate it directly into an index fund the same day. Do not let it sit in your checking account. It will get absorbed back into spending within 30 days. Automate it. Immediately. The audit pays for itself in perpetuity. The second step is to implement a trial firewall for every new subscription going forward. This is what stops the stack from rebuilding itself. The rule is simple. Every time you sign up for a free trial, any trial, you do 2 things immediately at sign up. First, you set a calendar reminder for 2 days before the trial ends. Not the day it ends. 2 days before. So you have time to actually decide. Not just miss the cancellation window. Second, you create a note, 1 line, what specific problem does this solve and when will I know if it solved it? If you cannot answer that second question, you do not sign up. This firewall eliminates trial-to-paid conversions almost completely. Because the reason most trials convert is not that engineers decide to keep them. It is that the decision never gets made. The trial ends. The card gets charged. Life moves on. The firewall forces the decision before the charge happens. The third step is the quarterly subscription review. 15 minutes. Scheduled in your calendar right now. Not annually. Quarterly. Because the stack rebuilds in months, not years. Every 3 months, you open your subscription list, which you now maintain from step 1, and you ask 1 question about each item. Did I use this enough in the last 90 days to justify the next 90 days of cost? Not did I use it ever. Not could I use it someday. The last 90 days. The next 90 days. Binary answer. Yes or no. No, cancel immediately. This review takes 15 minutes maximum once the system is running. And it keeps the savings from year 1 intact into year 2, year 3, and beyond. Put the first one in your calendar right now. 3 months from today. 15 minutes. Call it subscription infrastructure review. Because that is exactly what it is. Before this video ends, I want you to open your bank statement right now. Last 3 months. Every recurring charge. Count them. Just count. Do not cancel anything yet. Just count. And compare that number to what you guessed at the start of this video. That gap between what you thought and what is actually there is your subscription debt. The invisible cost that has been running in the background of your finances, uncharged for months or years. Now you can see it. And now you have the system to fix it permanently. The next video goes into the investment side of everything we recovered here. Because knowing how to stop money from leaking is step 1. Knowing exactly where to redirect it so it compounds into real wealth over a career is step 2. That breakdown is already up. Link is above this screen. This channel exists for one reason: to give engineers the financial system that nobody included in the CS degree. Real numbers, real data, built for the way an engineering mind works. If that is what you have been looking for, subscribe and I will see you in the next one.